Welcome to If Then Universe, the channel where we dive headfirst into the wildest what-if questions in the cosmos. Today, we're tackling a question that'll spark your imagination and maybe even keep you up at night. What if the sun was blue? Picture waking up one morning to find the familiar golden sun replaced by a dazzling sapphire star blazing in the sky. Would it just be a cool aesthetic change? Or would it turn our world upside down? Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a mind-bending journey to find out. Let's explore the science, the chaos, and the possibilities of a blue sun universe. To understand what a blue sun would mean, let's start with why our sun looks the way it does. Right now, our sun is a G-type main sequence star, glowing at about 5,500 Kelvin, which gives it that warm, yellowish-white hue. But a star's color is all about its temperature. Red stars are cooler, while blue stars, they're scorching, anywhere from 20,000 to 50,000 Kelvin. If our sun turned blue, it would mean it's burning way hotter than it is now, pumping out massive amounts of energy. So, what would this mean for Earth, humanity, and the entire solar system? Let's break it down, step by step. First up, the heat. A blue sun would be an absolute game changer for Earth's climate. Our current sun already makes summer days sweltering, but a blue sun would turn our planet into a cosmic oven. Temperatures would soar to unbearable levels. Oceans would start to boil, rainforests would ignite, and polar ice caps would melt in hours, not years. Imagine the Sahara Desert's heat blanketing the entire globe. Coastal cities like New York, Tokyo, or Miami, they'd be submerged as sea levels skyrocketed. Humanity might have to abandon the surface entirely, retreating to underground bunkers equipped with industrial-scale cooling systems. Picture sprawling subterranean cities, lit by neon lights, where people live to escape the relentless heat. But it's not just the heat that would reshape our world. Let's talk about the sky. A blue sun would scatter light differently in our atmosphere, thanks to a phenomenon called Rayleigh scattering. Right now, this is why our sky looks blue on a clear day. With a blue sun, the effect would be amplified, turning the sky into a vivid, almost surreal shade of indigo or cobalt. Daytime would feel like stepping into a sci-fi movie set, and sunsets, forget the warm reds and oranges we love. Instead, you'd see breathtaking displays of purples, deep blues, and even hints of neon violet. Photographers and influencers would go wild, assuming they could step outside without frying. Now, let's zoom in on nature. Plants rely on photosynthesis, which is tuned to the wavelengths of light our sun provides. Blue light is usable for photosynthesis, but the sheer intensity of a blue sun's energy could overwhelm plants. Leaves would burn, chlorophyll would break down, and entire ecosystems would collapse. Agriculture would grind to a halt, triggering global food shortages. So, how would we adapt? Scientists might turn to genetic engineering, creating superplants that can thrive under blue light. Or we could pivot to alternative food sources, like vast underground mushroom farms or lab-grown proteins. Imagine a future where your dinner plate is all fungi and synthetic nutrients. Not exactly a 5-star meal, but survival comes first. Human health would take a serious hit too. A blue sun would emit far more ultraviolet, UV radiation than our current sun. UV rays already cause sunburn and increase skin cancer risks, but with a blue sun, those dangers would be on steroids. A few minutes outside could leave you with severe burns. Long-term exposure, skyrocketing rates of skin and eye damage. Our eyes, in particular, would struggle to adapt to the intense blue glare, leading to higher risks of retinal damage or cataracts. To cope, humanity might adopt mandatory UV protective gear. Think sleek, futuristic sunglasses and full-body suits that look straight out of a cyberpunk novel. Fashion would evolve into a matter of survival, with everyone rocking high-tech visors and reflective clothing. What about animals? Most wouldn't fare well in this harsh new world. Species from polar bears to tropical birds would struggle with the heat and radiation. Mass extinctions would likely sweep the planet, wiping out countless creatures. But evolution is relentless. Some animals might adapt over time, developing traits like reflective skin or heat-resistant bodies. Picture a new breed of lizard with shimmering blue scales that reflect the sun's rays, or birds with UV-filtering feathers. The animal kingdom would transform into something alien and spectacular, shaped by the blue sun's unforgiving light. Let's scale up to the solar system. A blue sun wouldn't just affect Earth, it would reshape everything in its orbit. Inner planets like Mercury and Venus, already scorching, would become molten hellscapes. Even Mars, currently a chilly desert, might warm up enough to feel like a tropical sauna. Outer planets like Jupiter and Saturn could take on new hues as the blue light interacts with their atmospheres, creating dazzling displays for any telescope still operational. The solar system would become a vibrant, blue-tinted canvas, but one that's far less hospitable to life as we know it. Now, here's a big question. Could the sun actually turn blue? Scientifically, it's possible, but only if our sun were a completely different kind of star. Blue stars, classified as O or B-type stars, are massive, young, and incredibly hot. They burn through their fuel in just a few million years, compared to our sun's 10 billion-year lifespan. If our sun were blue, it would have formed as a much larger star, and its short lifespan would mean Earth likely wouldn't have had time to form, let alone support life. Plus, blue stars often end their lives in spectacular supernova explosions, scattering their elements across the cosmos. So, a blue sun might mean no us, but it would play a key role in creating the building blocks for future stars and planets. So, how would humanity survive in this blue sun scenario? Short term, we'd rely on technology, underground habitats, advanced cooling systems, and UV-proof gear. But long term, the challenges might push us to think bigger. Could we terraform Mars to escape the heat? Or build massive space stations to orbit a safer star? Maybe a blue sun would force humanity to become an interstellar species, launching ships to colonize distant worlds. Imagine a fleet of Ark-like spacecraft, carrying the last remnants of humanity to a new home under a kinder, yellower star. It's the kind of bold vision that could redefine our place in the universe. Let's take a moment to reflect on the bigger picture. Blue stars, while rare, are cosmic powerhouses. They drive star formation in galaxies and enrich the universe, with heavy elements through their explosive deaths. A blue sun would remind us how delicate Earth's place in the cosmos is. Our yellow sun strikes a perfect balance, giving us warmth without roasting us, light without blinding us. This what-if scenario shows just how much we owe to the star that's been our cosmic campfire for billions of years. Now, let's bring it back to you, the viewer. If you lived under a blue sun, how would you adapt? Would you embrace life in an underground city, rocking UV goggles and sipping synthetic smoothies? Or would you sign up for the first spaceship to a new star system? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing your wild ideas. And if this blue sun scenario blew your mind, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let's see if they'd survive the Sapphire apocalypse. That's it for this episode of If Then Universe. What crazy what-if question should we tackle next? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a cosmic adventure. The universe is full of mysteries, and we're here to explore them all with you. Until next time, keep wondering, keep dreaming, and keep asking, what if?